Good morning. It is Thursday. It is 7 a.m. And hi, how are you guys? Welcome to Good Day. It is our second edition. And this morning I am attempting to record this live with my dogs next to me. Last week I locked them up in my bedroom because sometimes they bark. So fingers crossed that they remain sleeping, which is what they're doing right now. So just a forewarning. You may hear our dogs say hello. So what the heck are we going to talk about today? When I'm deciding what I want to talk about, I actually think about it the entire week. And I just try and stay open, rather than trying to force it. I just stay open to whatever God wants to put into my head. And at first I was all gung-ho about goals, let's talk about goals and, having achievable goals and measurable goals and goalie goals and all kinds of goals. And as I was preparing and researching and putting stuff together to talk about goals, I was stressing myself out. And I thought, this is not the purpose of our Good Day mornings. Is not to make you feel overwhelmed and that you're not doing good enough and that you have to do a whole bunch of other shit that you didn't think you had to do. So I scratched that and bagged a discussion on goals and opened up again for inspiration. And what came to me is that I'm going to run for president, and I'm going to run on one platform and one platform only. And what that platform is to abolish two words in the English language. The use of. Abolish the use of two words in the English language. And those words are perfect and sorry. And sorry is usually prefaced with an or an o, like, oh, sorry, or sorry. So let's talk about those, because I would like to make them no more. Let's start with perfect. Perfect. When I say perfect, I'm saying it a particular way on purpose. But when I say that, how does that make you feel? Take a second to think about that. And I don't want to put words or ideas into your head before you answer. So just take a second. What is perfect? How does that make you feel? For me, anyway, the word perfect makes me feel like I am not perfect, not good enough. Like it's this thing, it's this like arbitrary thing out there that we have to be or get or how we have to look. It's like this crazy thing. I think it's one of the most overused and meaningless words in our English language. Overused because I think we throw it around like it has this like magical value. And I'll talk about context in a minute. Overused in that it's used in situations and in context that it's not appropriate for. I also think that it is really meaningless because there's no such thing as perfect. I mean, everybody has their idyllic, what they would like things to look like, or how they would like their life to be, or how they would like their spouse to be, or partner, or whatever. And I think the word perfect is truly, it's meaningless. It doesn't hold a meaning, because if it's something that we can't achieve, if it's not attainable, like what's the point? So that's just my humble opinion. IMO. So let's talk about the use. Oh, you know what? The word perfect, I think, is a catalyst for a lot of negativity, especially internal negativity. I think it is a catalyst for unrealistic expectations. I think it's a catalyst for harmful comparison, that we are automatically comparing ourselves to somebody else, because I don't know about you, but I certainly don't feel like I'm perfect in any way at all. But if we are describing something as perfect, it's like it's not us. It's not where we are. So it's like, oh, I feel inadequate. I feel like I need to compare myself to this other thing, this other status, this other definition, because it's certainly not what I am right now. So, you know, then I start comparing, then I start picking myself apart, and then I start feeling crappy, and then I just want to eat ice cream and sit on my couch. Also, judgment. I think it inspires judgment, because again, we're comparing ourselves to someone else. And for me, anyway, if I'm comparing myself to someone else, then I'm devaluing myself. Like we talked about envy last time. Wishing that you had something that someone else has, it devalues what you have. And judgment, if we get into judgment, that's like even more toxic than envy, I think. We start judging other people. And why do we judge other people? Why do we like these stupid shows like Jerry Springer and, all these reality shows? Reality shows. It's not reality. Hello. There's no reality in there whatsoever. Like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. It's like, oh my gosh, he's going to find the perfect husband. He's going to get the rose. Shut up. My God. Just stop. But we judge because we feel, again, inadequate. And thank you for that, Kathy. We feel inadequate. So then we judge other people because if there's something wrong with them, then, we can make ourselves feel better. And that's just not the way to go about it. That's just not the way to go about it at all. And then that just spins into self-doubt and just all that crap that we don't need in our head space, in our noise that we have rolling around in our head and our self-talk and all of that. Like examples of perfect. Oh, the perfect life. What does that look like? The perfect life. I don't know. To me, that sounds kind of boring. What does the perfect life look like? The perfect life, I'm sure, if we were forced to define what the perfect life looks like, it would look different for all of us. More time with your kids or I didn't have to worry about money. But that's not necessarily defining a perfect life. That's defining something that you would like to work on in your life, or something that's giving you stress in your life, something that needs attention in your life. So that's where the word perfect, I think is, just kind of meaningless. Oh my God, the perfect body. Oh, she has the perfect body. He has the perfect pecs, the perfect ass. Going back to my childhood, hey, thanks, Barbie, for putting the idea of this perfect body out there. And I saw something one time that they actually did like a computer image of what Barbie would look like real scale as a real human being. And she was like a complete freak. Like her boobs were like, whoa, her boobs were humongous. And then with this teeny tiny waist that probably would have snapped her spine with the boobs that she had. Her legs were like a mile long, just completely irrational as far as what a real human being should look like. But as little girls, we played with those and dressed them up and send them on the perfect date. And oh my goodness. And there's words out there that are used to describe this perfect body that are just, I don't know, they're just really strong. They're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're just very, very in your face. Like ripped. Oh, it's so ripped. Or tight. It's really tight. It's perfect. Or, oh God, here, I hate this one. I hate this. Thigh gap. When I was growing up, man, being a teenage girl, even, I'm not going to say how many years ago, lots of years ago, when I was a teenage girl, it's hard. I know it's hard to be a teenage guy, but I can't speak to that. So I'm not discrediting what you dudes had to go through also. Believe me. But being a teenage girl is hard. And body image is so crazy. And, this thigh gap. I'm not built like Barbie or anything close to it. I grew up with an athletic build, but I always envied girls that had thigh gap, like that you could see between their legs when they stood with their legs together. Like, what is that? So that negative connotation to me. And don't even get me started on the Kardashians. I mean, hello, have you seen an untouched picture of any of them, especially Kim? Yeah, anyway. So I Googled, what is the perfect body? And I came up with this crazy picture that in order to define the perfect body, it literally took body parts from 6 or 7 different celebrities and put them together. What does that tell you? That in order to come up with the perfect body, we have to take pieces from people, because guess what? No one human being is perfect. Got it? Perfect vacation. I don't have children, but I can only imagine what you parents go through trying to put together the perfect vacation for your kids. I just, you know, you want it to run smoothly, you want them to be happy, you want them to have these memories for the rest of their lives. In my opinion, any vacation is a perfect vacation. So just food for thought. And the perfect job. I have so many friends that have kids in their 20s who are waiting for that perfect job. And in the meantime, they're camping out at mom and dad's because they have a college degree. And what do you mean an entry-level position? Like, I am so much better than that. I'm waiting, I'm holding out for the perfect job. Well, guess how you're going to find that? You work 4 crappy jobs until you find it. Anyway, I digress. So, definitions of perfect. Perfect, having all the required or having all of the required or desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics, as good as it's possible to be. Well, okay, I get that. Like, I want to be the best person I can possibly be. Do I use the word perfect to define that? Not even by a long shot. Better than yesterday? That's okay with me. Better than 5 minutes ago? Better than a year ago? My God, better than a year ago? Yeah, let's stick with that. And then I looked in the Urban Dictionary and I read their definition, and it made my head want to fall off my shoulders. Definition 1, someone with few flaws, possessing many desirable qualities. Okay, someone with many, if not all, of these traits. Beautiful on the inside and out. Attractive, athletic, gorgeous, and there's Sydney. Gorgeous, generous, caring, barking, Sydney. Kind, intelligent, funny, fun to be around, hardworking, friendly, ingenious, whatever. I can't even read the rest of the list because I'm exhausted. So someone with many, if not all of these traits. Find me that person. And then definition 2, exactly what you're looking for and want. Talk about exhaustion. Because exactly what you're looking for and want is perfection. Let's go back to going on vacation because I'm tired. So, and we go through the checkout line at the grocery store. And there's magazines on the shelf that on the very same cover, they have exercises to give you the perfect blah, blah, blah. Butt, legs, stomach, abs, blah, whatever. In 30 days or less, or 60 days, or 90 days or less. Perfect. Get the perfect bathing suit body just in time for summer. And then right on that same stinking magazine cover is what? A recipe for cheesecake. Or, your Thanksgiving dinner on this same magazine cover. So, like, my brain is splitting apart, going like, how can I make this cheesecake and eat it and then have this perfect body? So I'm having this meltdown in the checkout of the grocery store, trying to achieve this perfect bullshit. Goodness sakes. So, forget those. So, yes, there is a saying out there, I don't want to be perfect, I want to be happy. I don't want to be perfect, I want to be honest. So being honest, I think, in itself exposes our imperfections. And you know what? That makes us who we are. It is 7:15, and I promised to keep this to 15 minutes. So I'm going to save sorry for another time. I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I liked what we talked about today. Easy to say on a one-sided conversation, haha. But I'm going to save sorry for another day because I don't want to take your time over 15 minutes and I don't want to rush it because, there's this phenomenon out there today that we apologize way too much. So stay tuned. That's going to be next week. So just to recap, I am abolishing the word perfect. Going back to last week, give yourself a break. Be kind to yourself. Be conscious of what you are saying to yourself in your own mind. This is a daily struggle for me. This is not me standing up on my perfect pedestal telling you what to do because I do it all the time. I'm saying it because I need to do it more often too. Is to just be conscious of what I'm saying to myself and catch myself saying discouraging or negative things and turn it around and right there on the spot, turn it into something positive and constructive and kind. So I hope you guys have an awesome Thursday. It's going to be hot as blazes out there. So stay cool, stay kind, and I will talk to you next week. I love you guys.